Jump Warrior Z. Now, this is a new Roblox game that is actually going to come out sometime this summer, and as of right now, you can actually go play the game. It is open. It's in a public stress test, public play test. Well, those two things are basically the same thing anyways. My whole point is you can play the game now. And if you haven't played the game, I suggest you go play the game before you watch this video. So if you haven't, pause, click off and go play the game, and after a couple hours of playing the game, come back to the video. But if you have played the game, this video is for you. Now, quick disclaimer, I am no means trying to attack the developers. I'm 100% sure them boys have worked hard on this game, because it definitely does look like they've worked hard on the game. It looks good. However, I personally don't enjoy the game, and I'm going to be letting y'all boys know why I don't enjoy the game. Now, this game has been circulating around the community for a little while now. I think I saw Sadie4 play it about a month or 2 months ago, and I've seen Slackkage play it a while ago, and I've seen Synapsis play it a number of times as well. So I have watched their videos in depth, and I've seen how the game looks. I've seen Synapsis playthroughs, and the game actually looks like it has a lot to offer. However, I'm not going to sit down and play a game for a long period of time that I don't necessarily enjoy. Yeah, the game has a bunch of cosmetics, different weapons, different classes that give you different abilities. The game has a lot to offer, I'm not gonna lie, and if you want to enjoy something like that, go ahead. I'm no means saying you shouldn't, but again, this video is my opinion, and I'm going to be going into detail on why I don't really enjoy this game. So let's get straight into it. Firstly, we'll start off with the gameplay. Now, in terms of gameplay, I'm not gonna lie, this game has a really good concept. I love the concept. It reminds me of Xenoverse and games like that. However, it's the execution that kind of lacks. That's very lackluster. I won't say kind of, very lackluster. Now, in terms of the movement and the fluidity of the game, it's almost non-existent. Now, I'm gonna tie gameplay in with a whole bunch of other factors, including combat as well. And the combat mechanics are very clunky, very sluggish, in my opinion. It is like a worse version of Heaven's Arena, and I don't even enjoy that game too tough. It is an entertaining game, but I don't even like it that much. And this game is a very clunky version of that. On top of the hitboxes just being non-existent in this game, you can hit people from across the map with your M1 punch in this game, as well as Heaven's Arena, but it's more prevalent in this game. The hitboxes are really bad. The hitboxes are like actually really bad, and if you say they're not, you're clearly either blind or you're just deriding. Now, again, I know the game is in public beta, as a stress test. All of these things are most likely going to be fixed before the game actually releases. And I guess this ties in with gameplay as well, because it's literally what the characters are based around. The Roblox avatar model, I cannot do it. This R15 model is not suited for this game. Now, I will not lie to you, if this game was R6, like if it had an ABA style gameplay feel in terms of combat, this game would be beautiful. Everything is good about this game. The mechanics in the game, the dodging features that to enable yourself to sprint really fast, the one where it takes up your stamina bar as well, is really good. And I like the fact that you have to actually hit people to get your moves back, so you can't just like run away. And you can't run away because even if it goes off cooldown, you need your hit bar to go up in order to actually use your abilities. So that discourages runners from actually being a thing in the game as well. The game has a really good core mechanics. However, the gameplay lets it down. The R15, the hitboxes, the how clunky the game feels, it's not smooth, it's not polished. Which brings us to our next point, PvP. Now, the PvP in this game, wow, let's just say, well, it's actually not that bad. I will not lie to you, it's not that bad. Sometimes the follow-up spacebar move after the 5th hit doesn't work. Like, it's like, I swear on my life, sometimes, not all the time, just sometimes, doesn't work. It doesn't follow through, but that's really a minor issue that can be fixed, honestly. It's not a big issue. It doesn't really make me dislike the game anymore. PvP, again, because of how clunky the game is, and this goes for PvE as well, it's probably even worse in PvE. how clunky the game is as well. Some things are just like just don't work. Like the game is clunky, it's not smooth. A lot of the moves just, bro, some of the hitboxes in this game are just terrible. Again, from the gameplay side of it, it translates into the PvP side of it. Because if the PvE is really bad, usually the PvP is gonna follow suit to what the PvE was. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, I can't lie, PvP is actually bearable to an extent. Now the game does have a bunch of good abilities, and again, we're not talking about the bad thing, the good things about the game, we're talking about the bad things. But the game does have a lot of plus sides. The abilities, the being able to transform, each transformation gives different buffs, the clothes, the different weapons that go into rotation, the game modes are all good. However, the execution is what made this game really poor in my eyes. I just cannot do it. I can't play the game. The PvP isn't engaging enough to keep me there long term. Why? Because the game isn't polished, it's not smooth, it's clunky, it's kind of disastrous. But let's speak about how we can make this better. And I'm not gonna lie, we can make it better pretty easily. Revamp the whole game, okay? Take off this R15 style. I mean, of course, that's a lot of hard work that you've put in that you'd have to take out. And again, who am I to tell you how to play this game, run the game, make the game? I'm just putting my opinion out there. If the game was to get revamped, I don't know, maybe change the model to R6 and whatever comes with that comes with that. I feel like if this game had ABA style gameplay with the concepts and game utilization the game already has, and puts that in the ABA type of combat, gameplay, smoothness, fluidity, this game would be top tier. It would honestly be top tier. You get to customize and create your own character. You get to have a variety of different classes with a variety amount of skill sets and a variety amount of weapons. Now they're obviously going to be meta builds, but everyone's essentially going to be different in their own sort of way, and people are going to utilize different builds. This game is a really good game. Well, the concept of it is really good. The execution wasn't there. Now this game again is by no means bad, it just needs a polish, it needs a revamp. Yes, they're gonna patch all the bugs that are currently in the game by the time it releases, but I don't think it's gonna change the fact that the game is still the way it is now. Anyways, I've honestly finished my rant. I really don't want to make this video too long at all. I just wanted to get my opinion out there quickly. There's no point in me pretending like this game is it. I won't lie to you.
Bye, have a great time.